have you seen the flipping time?
No, Chuck.
You're going to give me a call.
Oh, yeah, well, I was, only I hadn't got the heart. Not when I seen your eyelids flickering.
You what?
Oh, it's definitely a sign, is that, Stan?
What's that?
That you're dreaming. And there's naught worse than getting a shake, is there, Chuck, just when you've got to the best part. Have your breakfast on the table in 2 ticks?
Well, no time to flipping eat it now, will I?
Oh, Stan, what's the point in being your own boss if you can't pinch the odd 10 minutes now and again? I mean, it's one of the ameliorations of the job, is that, Chuck, being able to please yourself what time you start. Oh, there you are. 2 eggs for strength, done just how you like them, sunny side up.
You feeling all right?
Yeah, never felt better in my life. Do you know, I seem to have taken on a whole new release of life since I talked to Ted Loftus about it.
What's Ted Loftus got to do with it?
Oh, dancing, Chuck. He's a great aficionado of the ballroom dances, Ted.
Oh, I see.
Do you know, he reckons that the slow foxtrot done at the proper speed can be more beneficial than a 4-mile walk.
Get that way.
They're starting dancing classes over at the community centre, Chuck.
All right.
Matter of fact, Ted's been on at me to go with him a couple of nights, and after last night's do, he said it was very promising.
Oh.
Oh, well, of course, I said I couldn't even consider it. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be fair to you, would it, Chuck, being stuck on your own at night, you know? Not better to do with your time than go supping.
That's right, yeah. So, I mean, if you fancy it, you know.
Do you mean that, Stan? You wouldn't mind?
Well, it'd be a bit inconvenient, that.
Yeah.
But if Ted says you're good enough, why should I stand in your way?
Right, then. I'll slip over dinner time and tell him I'm available after all, shall I?
Oh, well, get me dinner first, won't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And thanks, Chuck.
Oh, I mean, it's the least I can do, isn't it? I mean, you can't have your own way all the time, can you?
Oh. I might have known you wouldn't hold me back. Not you. I mean, it's always been one of the secrets of us long and happy record of maritime bliss, is that, hasn't it, Chuck? You know, our attitude towards each other's artistic inclinations.
That's right, no.
Us against them, Stan. That's how it's always had to be. All for one, and one for both of us.
That's right, yeah. And no flaming sugar in that tea.
Oh, sorry, Chuck. I'll see to it.
He wasn't kidding them. He is calling it the Kabin.
Them's my instructions, yes.
Well, let's change them, shall we?
Look, perhaps you'd best have a word with this chap. I mean, he's the gaffer here when all's said and done.
Well, Gaffer,
Well, my red-haired beauty.
my ideas for a name for this place were neither here nor there, right?
Well, it's all done for the best reasons, believe me, love.
What reason?
Well, because the Kabin is a better place for this place than... is a better name, rather, than Rita's or Rita's Rendezvous, whatever it was.
In your opinion.
And in the second place, you haven't exactly made a career of being a lifelong employee, have you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, supposing you don't like the job. I mean, you might jack it in next week. That's us left with egg on our faces, isn't it?
Still say you're high-handed devil.
Yeah, but that's one thing you love about me, isn't it?
No, actually.
Come upstairs, make me a cup of coffee, and I'll tell you my life story.
You play your cards right, and you might get it poured all over you.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mavis. You've come to see Rita, have you, about the job?
No.
But I thought you said that you
yes, I did, but it's not until this afternoon.
Oh, I see. Right, well, good luck for this afternoon, then.
I reckon I shall need it.
Well, you walk it, girl, like you.
Hello. Hello. Don't tell me word's got back to the warehouse already that Weatherfield's most eligible bachelor is giving a free demonstration of joinery here this morning.
Well, I'll see you.
You can see me any time you like.
Shut your gob, you Langton. Yes, perhaps at the Rovers at dinner time for a quick drink, like.
It's all right.
Quiet. I always knew behind that homely face there was a fully paid-up sex maniac waiting to leap out.
Just shut your mouth unless you want a dollop of this in it.
Sorry I spoke, I'm
See,
sure.
the trouble with you, Langton, is that you don't know the difference between nice girls and t'other sort.
There's no such thing as nice girls, just girls, that's all.
That's what I expect from you, you see, because never having been out with a nice girl, you've got no standards, have you?
Yeah, well, don't look now, Sir Galahad, but that non-drip paint you're using has just failed to live up to its reputation.
Flaming Nora.
Has Milado had a word with you yet?
Several. What were yours about?
Cooking his dinner for him every day during his term of office.
That's right.
What did you say?
I sort of iced over like a wedding cake.
Did you commit yourself to out?
I said that I'd have to look up the small print on my contract. What did you say?
I said I'd have to talk it over with my agent. So united we stand?
Divided we end up, sweating over a hot stove all morning.
Right.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good Lord, Ernie. Don't tell me you finally succumbed and joined the LLL at last.
What have you done?
The LLLL. Don't tell me you don't know what the LLLL is.
So trade union, is it?
In a way, yes.
What the hell is it, any road?
The Loyal League of Lifelong Lunchtime Lushes. It has a very heavy membership round here.
You ain't getting heavier all the time.
Brandy and champagne, just to get your eyelids open.
Half a bitter, please.
Hey, Ernie, it's not as bad as all that.
Well, at the risk of being out of touch with the times, do you know what I think?
What do you think?
I think a woman's place is in the home. Her own home, not her sister's home, where she can cook a man his meals, darn his socks, and generally minister to his needs.
Emily away then, is she?
Yeah, all the week at her sister's.
I thought as much. He's got that stricken look of a man living out of tins with indigestion to prove it.
I haven't even got a dancing partner for the class tonight.
Oh, well, I mean, if that's your problem, have you ever seen my pas de deux?
Don't be filthy. Anyhow, keep your hands off him. They'll not be doing your stuff. They'll be doing foxtrots and quick steps and proper dances.
I do proper dances.
You?
I've seen them many a time on all our yesterdays.
Oh, Ted and Oddie's of her, Ernie. Are you really stuck for a dancing partner tonight?
Well, it looks like it up to now, yeah.
Well, I mean, far be it from me to blow my own trumpet, but I've always been very light on my feet myself.
You're on.
Betty Turpin, where's your pride? Chucking yourself at a married man.
All I'm doing is trying to keep him out of trouble. I mean, you know what these quiet ones are like when the wives are away. You'll be quite safe with me, Chuck, won't you, Ernie, love?
Bragging and complaining.
Don't be saucy.
Well, 7 o'clock community centre. All interested parties more than welcome. The more the merrier, in fact.
Ooh, fellas. Honestly, they're like something out of that lost place for kids on Blackpool prom when the wives are away.
How are you going to manage to get the time off?
I'll think of something. Morning, Mr. Thomas.
Morning.
Hi, Bert.
Oh, I know.
Lucille's just been round the shop. She's going to bring the wedding photographs in when she's got a chance.
Oh, tell us all about it.
Well, she
no,
said-
don't. Wait till I've got half an hour, then tell me all. This is Mr. Thomas. This is Norma Ford from the corner shop.
Mrs. Ford?
Miss,
Oh, I'm sorry.
not as sorry as me. They've just been talking about you. Lucille's had a letter from Mrs. Walker. Told her all about you.
I see. You've all been asked to keep an eye on me, have you?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
I can see I'd better buy you a drink at night. Get on the right side of you straight away, I reckon. What are you going to have?
Oh, thanks very much. I'll have a vodka and orange.
I'll get it.
Is it on the house?
Not at all.
Got a nice day for it anyway.
What?
The weather.
Oh.
Can I help?
Well, just browsing.
You finished?
Well, we'll have to wait for it to dry off like. Look, I wondered if we could just have a word in private, perhaps, please.
Well, I can't leave the shop.
No, that won't be necessary. It's, you see, it's about this friend of mine. You know, the one I was telling you about who's interested in the job that you're advertising.
She's coming to see me after dinner.
Yeah, well, I hope that you'll make a few allowances for her.
Why? She got 2 heads or something?
No, it's not like that, but she does have this problem. She's a bit, shy. Now, it's something I've always found very attractive in a woman. Well, very attractive to a certain kind of man, like.
I'm sure.
But it does have its problems, especially when it comes to something like going for a job. And, look, what I'm trying to say is that she's a very, very nice person, easy to get on with deep down, but it takes time to find that out, if you know what I mean.
I'd say I know exactly what you mean, love.
Right. Right, well, thanks. I'll see you later.
See you. Is it anything in particular you're wanting?
Well, I thought perhaps I might have my usual monthly order.
Oh, yes. What's that, then?
The Pig Producers Monthly. Mr. Biddulph usually kept me a copy.
Oh, yes. Here we are. You must have plenty of money, then. You change.
Change?
Yeah. 90p.
Oh. No supplement this month?
No, that's all that come, love.
Oh.
Should there be a supplement?
Well, don't keep it for me next time. I'm leaving. I'm selling the pigs. I'm leaving.
There you are. You get that down you. Do your world of good, will that?
Do you think I should? I'm not used to drinking alcohol.
Well, it's only once in a while, isn't it? Have you had anything to eat yet?
No, not yet.
Well, I'll fetch you a couple of
Oh,
pints.
no, I couldn't. I'd be sick.
Are you sure?
Quite. You get one for yourself if you like.
No, I'll not bother.
It's ever so kind of you to take me in hand like this.
God, least I could do. I mean, when you're the nervous type yourself, you understand these things.
You nervous? Can't imagine that somehow.
Well, it's what everybody says, but it's just a front. I mean, like a defence mechanism. Even when I'm looking at my car mist, deep down, I'm a seething mass of nerves, especially when I'm going for a job or anything like that.
Oh, I've got goose pimples.
Oh, you walk it, I'm telling you. Well, anyway, success for this afternoon.
Thank you.
How's it going, then?
Oh, all right, you know. Beavering away, in your best interest.
That's the kind of talk I like to hear from my staff.
You know, sometimes I think you only love me for your money.
There is a definite connection between sex and money.
And if there weren't, I reckon you'd still manage to find one. Do you think you could shift them boxes round there for me?
How's the recruiting campaign going today, then?
Saw one girl this morning.
What was she like?
She'll do, I reckon, if I can't find anything better. Seen another one this afternoon.
Have you got time to come out for a drink?
Well, I thought I'd eat here today, actually, being as it's first day. Join me?
Well, I would, love, but I kept getting this picture in my mind of a dirty big foaming pint, you see, darling. It keeps flashing on and off in my brain.
I had a feeling you would somehow.
So I'll see you, eh?
Yeah, try.
Miss Littlewood.
That's me.
I'm Mavis. Mavis Riley. I've come about the job.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Somebody's happy.
Yeah, well, just getting myself into the right frame of mind for tonight's little encounter.
Oh, what's on tonight, then?
Oh, new dancing classes over the community centre.
Oh, I said I bet you're talking about that. Think she's planning to go.
Oh. Oh, yeah, well, all levels of artistic accompaniment will be catered for, according to my new dancing partner.
Dancing partner?
Yeah, Ted Loftus.
Oh, I see. Serious, then, is it?
Oh, yeah. You know, I always say there's nothing quite as satisfying as giving your all at something you've got a natural gift.
I'm sure. Don't take a long scarf with you, will you?
Long scarf?
Well, you know what happened to Isadora Duncan. She went in for very long scarves, you know. Ended up by getting strangled with them.
Oh.
See you.
Ta-ra. Hey, Stan.
What?
Does the name Isadora Duncan mean out to you?
I'll say it does cost me a flipping fortune.
Oh?
Pass the post, Dave Smith said. Dropped dead in the last furlong.
Oh.
You have had experience of working in a shop before, then?
Yes, my mother and father kept a shop for years.
Oh, what sort of shop was that, love?
Wines and spirits.
My mum always used to drop a key down my back when that happened to me.
Yes, that's right.
Perhaps if you try holding your breath for a minute.
It might be an idea.
Can I help you?
I just came in for my magazine, actually.
Oh, yes. Which magazine's that, love?
It's a regular monthly order I have.
Yeah?
The Pig Producers Monthly.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, I'm not sure if I haven't sold them. I'll just have a look, love.
I was just holding my breath.
Pardon?
To get rid of it, my hiccups.
Oh, I see.
Oh, has that young woman gone that were here?
She seemed in a bit of a hurry.
Oh, well. 10p, please.
Pardon?
10p.
Mr. Biddulph's not about, then?
No, love, he's left. I'm running the shop now.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, in that case, I don't think I'll bother. Oh. Oh, and, cancel me order, eh? Ta.
And what do you think you're doing?
Are you addressing me?
Well, I'm not addressing an airmail letter, am I? What's going on?
You're the caretaker, are you?
One of them, I.
In that case, would you make sure that on my nights this central area is cleared before I arrive?
Your nights? Who the heck are you?
My name's Chaplin, Muriel Chaplin of the Chaplin School of Dancing, and I'm afraid I operate far too tight a schedule to have to waste time on this sort of menial task every week. Where's the washroom?
Well, you seem to know where everything else is. I shouldn't think you'd let a little thing like that baffle you for long.
Thank you.
Oh, Albert, has a Miss Chaplin turned up yet? New dancing mistress?
She's turned up.
Don't tell me you've had a row with her already.
Look, you tell that woman if she thinks she can come in here and throw her weight about, she's got another thing coming.
But what do you want to go and upset her for?
Hey, we're upsetting me, coming in here telling me what she wants. She doesn't need to tell me. I know what she wants.
Oh, no. I spent nearly a fortnight trying to persuade her to come here.
Hey, and there's another thing. These chairs.
What about them?
Well, I reckon you'll put them back where you found them when you finished.
That, frankly, I would have thought was a job for the caretaker myself.
Oh, well, in that case, you can think again. Because the caretaker spent an hour this morning putting them things in their place. And he's not going through it all again. Not for you lot.
Oh, here, who do you think you're shoving?
Not very much, I reckon.
Ooh, naughty old beggar. Evening, Mr. Bishop.
Hilda, Ted. How do you do?
This is the right place to come for the dancing class, is it?
Yes, that's right, yes. So it's just the two of you, is it?
Well, Betsy Turpin said she might come along if you can manage to get away.
Oh, good, that'll be nice.
Mr. Bishop.
Miss Chaplin. This is Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, we're charmed, I'm sure.
And this is Mr. Ogden, is it?
Oh, no, Mr. Loftus.
We're just good friends.
Oh, I see. Why don't you while waiting for the others to arrive?
Yes, well, that's just it, really, Miss Chaplin.
Oh?
Yes, you see, the initial surge of interest in the class has not been quite as overwhelming as originally anticipated.
You mean this is it?
Yes. For the moment. I mean, from these little acorns, eh? As my better half is wont to say.
Dancing lessons?
Tonight, over at the community centre.
You've got it all wrong, love. I'm not the one who needs lessons in dancing, I'm the one who gives them. I mean, I've got a sign in Maggie Clegg's window, haven't I? Learn the Langton way. Don't send money, just your vital statistics.
Oh, go on, just for a laugh. You know what I'm like, for a giggle.
You know, you'd do anything, wouldn't you, to have your way with me?
Must be your over masculinity. It sweeps over me like a wave.
Keep talking.
Are we on, then, or not?
I tell you what, you buy me a pint and I'll try and warm to your improper suggestion.
Something all right, then?
Most of you. As they ever are, I suppose.
Something bothering you?
Should there be?
Come on, now. I know there's something. A Celt, me, you remember, sensitive to atmospheres.
One of the perks of being senior barmaid, that is it.
What?
Having a night off at the drop of a hat whenever you want it.
Oh, not a night off, surely.
What would you call it, then?
Oh, part of a deal we made.
Oh?
I let her have her off this end of the evening when there's not much doing. She stays on half an hour later, lets you get away early.
Oh, I see.
And what's all this bit about senior barmaid, anyway?
Well, she is, isn't she?
Not in my books. Look, love, there's only one sheriff behind this bar, and right now you're talking to him.
And
No favourites with me.
Does Betty know about it?
How should I know? The subject's never come up, is it?
And if it does?
I shall just have to make it clear to her, won't I? Look, the only thing that concerns me is what sort of a job you do, not how long you've been doing it.
About this business of who cooks your dinner for you.
Oh, yes.
Steak and chips all right for you tomorrow?
I am very partial to steak and chips.
Right.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Stanley?
What do you mean?
Well, letting your wife go off dancing with another fella.
It's a crafty move, that, mate, I'll tell you.
Crafty?
Yep. Keeps her happy, keeps me happy. And what's more, it makes economic sense.
Economic sense?
But while she's over there with him, she's not here with me, is she? So it's one pale ale less every time you give an order. Hey!
You know, Stanley, sometimes I think us mere mortals underestimate you.
All right.
Ready for lift-off, then, Mr. Bishop?
Whenever you like, Miss Chaplin.
just a few general points before we begin. First, the way we hold our partners. Gently but firmly. These are the words we must imprint upon our minds. Gently but firmly at all times.
Always a good rule of thumb, I always say.
Think of it as holding a bird in your hands. If you hold it too tightly, you'll kill it. If you hold it too gently, the bird will fly away.
And like I always say, a bird in the bushes is worth two in the hand any time.
Now, are there any questions before we begin?
Oh, yeah, just one question, Miss Chaplin.
Yes, Mrs. Ogden.
When do we start our formation dancing?
All in good time, dear. Certain basic standards must be achieved before one can even consider scaling the Olympian heights. However, to give you some idea of what you may all eventually achieve, next time some of my very brightest young stars will be coming along to give us a demonstration.
Oh, goody.
And now, to show what can be done in the very shortest of time with the very rawest of material. Come along, Mr. Langton.
Hey?
I can see you're the sort that likes to hide his light under a bushel, but we'll have no wallflowers here. Come along.
Well, I was just leaving, actually, you see.
Come along. One there, and there. Now, what are your magic words?
Pardon?
Gently but firmly, what are they?
Gently but firmly.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it could have happened to anybody.
Eh?
I mean, when all's said and done, it's only a nervous thing, like being red-faced. Now, look, with me, for instance, I'm always going red-faced, and there's nought I can do about it. But it doesn't mean to say I'm not just the fella you might be looking for, does it?
No,
and
of
you
course
can't
not.
judge her on that basis anyway, because it weren't her fault. It was my idea. I mean, she were against it, and then she had him on an empty stomach. I mean, she daren't eat out in case it made her sick. Well, that would have been even worse, wouldn't it?
Sherry, love, what are you going on about?
Mavis. Mavis Riley.
Your girlfriend's the one with the hiccups.
Well, she's not my girlfriend as such, like, but I am trying to help her, yes.
Well, what the heck happened to her?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, I were on the point of telling her the job were hers when we got interrupted. I went in the back. When I came out again, she'd vanished.
Well, yes, you would, you see. I mean, she thought with having the hiccups that she'd blown it.
Credit me with some nous, Jerry. You don't think I'd let a thing like that influence my decision, do you?
You mean she's got the job, then?
If she wants it, yes.
Oh. Well, I seem to have made a right mug of myself, don't I?
No comment. Look, you just tell her to see me here tomorrow, preferably before a lunchtime boozer.
Aye, right. Well, yes, thanks very much.
My pleasure.
What do you want, then?
Oh, just solving a mystery for me called The Vanishing Lady, or Why Mavis Had Hiccups.
Oh, aye.
In fact, it's been a bit of a mysterious day all round in here today.
How do you mean?
We haven't had an outbreak of swine fever or something in Weatherfield, have we?
Why?
Oh, just that... Well, we've had about half a dozen different fellas in here today, all cancelling their regular order for the Pig Producers Monthly.
The what?
Well, we've got about half a dozen left on his hands.
Who the hell reads the Pig Producer?
Presumably producers of Weatherfield.
Ah, well, that's just it. The pig within 5 miles of this, and there hasn't been for years.